It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Friday, January the 7th, 2022. First Muletrain of the brand new year, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Alex Garcia, 77, of Muleshoe, died on Tuesday, January the 4th, here in town. He was born August the 28th, 1944, in Gonzales, Texas, to Timotea Garcia Villa. He married Maria Orozco in Muleshoe on September the 21st, 1970. Rosary service will be this evening, Friday, January the 7th at 6 p.m. at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Funeral service is set for tomorrow, Saturday, January the 8th at 11 a.m. at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, with Father Mercado officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Alex served in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War. He worked for Bailey County EMS for over 25 years, where he was a valued member of that service. Alex was a member of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe. He is preceded in death by his parents, two brothers, Jimmy Lee Villa and Camillo Villa, one sister, Nellie Gutierrez, and one grandson, Drew Hodge. Alex is survived by his wife of over 51 years, Maria, his son, Anthony Garcia, and his wife, Heather of Muleshoe, two daughters, Elizabeth Hodge and her husband, Willie of Amarillo, and Christy Garcia of Muleshoe, his three sisters, Joanne Mondragon of Hereford, Philippia Ibarra of San Antonio, Sylvia Benavides of Hereford, a brother, Angel Villa of Dumas, 7 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Texas Honor Flight, P.O. Box 94787, Lubbock, Texas, 79493. And repeating, rosary service for Alex Garcia, 77, of Muleshoe, will be held this evening, Friday, January the 7th, at 6 p.m. at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Funeral service is set for tomorrow on Saturday, January the 8th, at 11 a.m. at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church, with Father Mercado officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Please keep the family of Alex Garcia on your prayer list today. Stephen Eugene Creedle, 64, beloved husband, dad, and grandpa, was called to be with his Lord and Savior on December the 31st. He was born on August the 15th, 1957, at Portsmouth Naval Hospital in Portsmouth, Virginia, to Harold Bishop Creedle and Geraldine Jones Creedle. Steve's family moved to Cannon Air Force Base September of 1971. He attended Clovis schools and graduated from Clovis High School in the class of 1975. Steve was a very accomplished trumpet player at Clovis High School in the band and attended ENMU on a music scholarship after graduation. Steve's path crossed with Doc Stewart in a chance meeting, and Steve began working for Doc Stewart Chevrolet, where he eventually managed the body shop. Steve left Doc Stewart's to open his own body shop, Shark Collision and Glass, in 1998. Steve's final business interest was co-owning 3 McDonald's restaurants with his wife, Susan. He loved serving the communities of Muleshoe, Hereford, and Littlefield, and considers himself a member of each. Steve was baptized in the Lord's Church January 23, 1985. He was a strong, courageous, and kind-hearted man who would help anyone with anything. Steve was passionate about serving his community through the Boy Scouts of America, Ronald McDonald House Charities, the Bread of Life, the Herald of Truth, New Mexico Christian Children's Home, and AIM. Steve loved his Wildcats. He didn't want to miss a Wildcat football game, whether his sons were on the field, marching in the band, or sitting with them in the stands. Clovis High School choir concerts and a love of music were things he shared with both his daughters. He loved the CHS tennis team and supporting his daughter. He loved old cars. He loved rebuilding cars and making them beautiful and fast. Steve loved being in nature. He loved archery, fishing, hunting, and just spending time in the mountains and on the plains enjoying the beauty God gives us. But more than anything, he loved his wife, family, and friends. Steve repeatedly would say, "I love our life." Steve is preceded in death by his father, Harold Bishop Creedle, his mother, Geraldine Jones Creedle Blanton, his stepdad, Manus Blanton, a niece, Tuesday Hope Creedle, and his pa, Laverne Robert Schwartz. Steve is survived by his wife Susan of the home, their 4 children, Ryan Creedle and Casey, Brandon Creedle, Madison Creedle, Mackenzie Creedle, and 2 granddaughters, Peyton Ray and Parker Lane Creedle, and his ma, Frances Swartz. A viewing will be was held yesterday at Steve Todd Funeral Home on Thursday, January the 6th, and a tribute will be this morning at West 21st Street Church of Christ in Clovis at 11 a.m. Today on Friday, January the 7th. Live stream will be available of the service at www.21stcoc.com. Graveside service will immediately follow at Lawn Haven Memorial Gardens. Pallbearers will be Ryan Creedle, Brandon Creedle, Doug Schwartz, Mark Show, Kyle Schwartz, Caden Schwartz, Kyle Davis, and Isaiah Rodriguez. Honorary pallbearers are Shane Creedle, Ken Cable, Daryl Baldwin, Jerry Brown, Bill Morrison, Jeremy Richardson, and Ron Johnson. Memorial contributions may be made in Steve's honor to the Adventures in Mission, AIM, at www.aim.sunset.bible/give. The family of Steve Creedle wishes to extend their heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has cared for and prayed for Steve and his family. Please keep the family of Stephen Creedle on your prayer list today. And of course, his wife and all of their family will be in our prayers over the next coming weeks. Chapel service for David Allen Griswold, 35 of Muleshoe, will be held this afternoon at 2 p.m., Friday, January the 7th, at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel, with Angela Carter of Lubbock officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. David died on Wednesday, December 29th, here in Muleshoe. He was born April 30th, 1986, in Brighton, Colorado, to Donald and Judy Bruton Griswold. David loved to play Dungeons and Dragons and was a dungeon master. He is survived by his 2 sons, Lucian Sean Michael Griswold of Muleshoe and Zachary Aiden Griswold, also of Muleshoe. His parents, Donald and Judy Griswold, also survive him right here in Muleshoe. A brother, Danny Dean Griswold of Muleshoe as well, and 2 nieces, Brianna Russell and her husband Matthew of Oklahoma, and Felicity Chavez and her husband Sterling of Clovis. He is survived by 1 nephew, Colton Dean Crockett Griswold, and his fiancée, Alexandria Essence Faye Landsberg of Muleshoe. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Senior Citizen Center, P.O. Box 292, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com on their website. And repeating, chapel service for David Allen Griswold, 35 of Muleshoe, is set for 2 o'clock this afternoon, Friday, January the 7th, at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel, with Angela Carter of Lubbock officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Please keep the family of David Allen Griswold on your prayer list today. Well, as we mentioned last month, among all of the large amount of retirements that happened here in the Muleshoe area over the last couple of months, one of them was Judge Gordon Green, our 287th Judicial District Court judge, and he retired with an unexpired term with 1 year remaining on his term. And we want to wish Corky the very best in his retirement, as he deserves a great one. And yesterday, Governor Greg Abbott appointed Catherine Gurley to be our 287th Judicial District Court judge here for Bailey and Palmer counties for a term set to expire December the 31st at the end of this year, or until her successor shall be duly elected. Catherine Gurley of Freona is the district attorney of the 287th Judicial District here in Bailey and Palmer County, so she'll move from the DA to be the district judge. Previously, she served as the Palmer County attorney. She is a member of the State Bar of Texas and the Freona Chamber of Commerce. She is a former board member of the Freona Independent School District and former member of the Freona Public Library Endowment Committee. Additionally, She is a member, former trustee, and former endowment committee member of the Friona United Methodist Church. Gurley received a Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy from the University of Texas at Austin and a JD degree from the University of Texas School of Law. So good luck to Catherine Gurley as she will replace Judge Green for the next year in his unexpired term as our 287th District Court Judge. And, of course, Catherine Gurley is of Friona. And to replace her, Governor Abbott appointed our Bailey County Attorney, Jackie Claiborne, to be the district attorney here for Bailey and Palmer County. He of course, lives here in Muleshoe. This term will set to expire December the 31st, 2022. Jackie Claiborne II of Muleshoe is the Bailey County Attorney, where he has served since 2009. He's a member of the State Bar of Texas and the Texas District and County Attorneys Association. Additionally, he's a board member of the Muleshoe Country Club, an EMT for Bailey County EMS, a former volunteer firefighter for the Muleshoe Fire Department. Claiborne received a Bachelor of Science degree in Political Science from Texas A&M University and a Juris Doctor degree from Baylor Law School. So Jackie Claiborne will become our district attorney, and Catherine Gurley will become our district judge here for the next year. So good luck to both of them. I'm sure they will do a wonderful job. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. This edition of the Muletrain is being brought to you today by Liao's Mexican Restaurant.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Liao's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Liao's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
Well, it's time now for the weather forecast brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. K&K Pharmacy is your local hometown home-owned pharmacy right here in Muleshoe at 1411 West American Boulevard, where they invite you to come in or use their convenient drive-through on the west side of the building, or call and they can deliver to your home right here in the Muleshoe area. If you have questions about any of your medications, they always remind you, please reach out and ask at K&K Pharmacy. Speak with Crystal Alicon or Christine Isaacson, the two pharmacists there at K&K Pharmacy, or any of their helpful employees can also help you out at K&K Pharmacy. They remind you they still do flu and COVID-19 testing. Please call and make an appointment before you come in, 806-272-7511. And they also have COVID-19 and flu vaccines available now at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard, right here in Muleshoe, 806-272-7511. They're open Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. right here, your locally hometown home-owned pharmacy, K&K Pharmacy in Muleshoe. Well, we have some rain totals for 2021 for you. The Avenue K rain gauge, it's just around the corner from our house up on the hill on Avenue K. West Avenue K here in Muleshoe. It received 18 inches and 3/100ths during the year of 2021, so that is a very average year for the Muleshoe and South Plains and Panhandle regions. The Muleshoe Mesonet Station, 2 miles south of town, got 17 inches and 5/100ths, which is just short of its yearly average. I think the yearly average is about 17 inches and 6/10ths. The Earth Mesonet, which is right next to Tolk Plant, northeast of town, received a little bit less, about an inch less, at 15 inches and 98/100ths for the year of 2021. Of course, we did start out the new year 2022 on Saturday with quite a bang. As the day went on, it got extremely cold on New Year's Day, and then a snow and ice storm hit our area. Muleshoe got about an inch of snow, which which resulted in about 3/100ths of an inch of moisture here at the Muleshoe Mesonet Station. We've really been on a roller coaster over the past week as our temperatures have gone up and down like a roller coaster. A Saturday, as that storm was moving in on us, we got up to 49 degrees, but Sunday morning, the low was 10 degrees. Sunday, the high was only 42. The low was 1 degrees. Monday, warmed up somewhat as we got up to 55 degrees, and the low was 12. Tuesday this week, 66 was the high, and the low was 22. Then Wednesday, the low was 20, and the high was 54. And Thursday, extremely cold here in the Muleshoe area, but we did get up to 40 degrees. The low was 11. And we started the day today on Friday. After midnight, our low has been 15 degrees, but we've warmed up to 57 degrees as of noontime here in the Muleshoe area. Our weather forecast for today calls for a high around 65 degrees, so much warmer as the day goes on into the afternoon hours. Southwest wind around 15 miles per hour today. Then tonight, mostly clear, low around 29. South-southwest winds around 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny, high near 68, so even warmer tomorrow. West wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour Saturday afternoon. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 27. West wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north after midnight. Mostly sunny, high near 51 on Sunday. North wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, then mostly clear. Sunday night, low around 17, east-northeast wind around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm after midnight. Monday, sunny, high near 54 degrees, west winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south in the afternoon hours. Monday night, partly cloudy, low around 23, south-southwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly sunny, high near 54, south-southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then Tuesday night, a slight chance of showers after midnight. Mostly cloudy, low around 29. Wednesday, a slight chance of showers again during the day and morning hours. Mostly cloudy, high near 54. Wednesday night, a chance of showers again. Mostly cloudy, low around 31. So let's hope that happens. Thursday, a slight chance of showers again, mostly sunny, high near 58. Of course, as I mentioned, we had very average rainfall totals for 2021, but be aware there is a burn ban in effect because we have not had substantial moisture fall here in Muleshoe since the very first day of October, and we've just really gone dry. Even though we got that snow Saturday here in Muleshoe, it only resulted in about 3/100ths of total moisture, that inch of snow after it was all said and done with. So be aware, extremely dry, and some rain chances come into the forecast beginning Tuesday night through Thursday next week. So let's keep our fingers crossed and keep rain on your prayer list. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Well, sadly, we're up to 31 fatalities from COVID-19 here from Bailey County residents, as according to the Texas Health Department. This update was yesterday's update from January the 6th on Thursday. We had here in Bailey County 48 active COVID-19 cases, so we're staying up in the 40s and 50s range here over the past month or so. And here in Bailey County, those 5 and over that are qualified for the COVID-19 vaccine, only 40% of Bailey County residents have been fully vaccinated. 69% of those 65 and older. So go out and get vaccinated from COVID-19. They could do it at K&K Pharmacy, any of the clinics at Muleshoe Medical Center, United Supermarkets, their pharmacy, among other places. Well, the Lady Mules are starting off district basketball action in good shape as the varsity Lady Mules are 3-1 so far. They beat Denver City 55-33, Lamesa 45-19, then lost last Friday at Brownfield 63-18, then beat Friona this past Tuesday 64-27. So they are 3-1 so far on district action. The Mules are 1-1 as they lost their first game last Friday in district action against Brownfield. The Cubs 51-44, then beat Friona this past Tuesday here in Muleshoe 51-34. They have a non-district competition, both of them, today on Friday, January the 7th, but then next week they will start district action back up as they'll be playing Dimmitt on Tuesday and then Denver City on Friday, both varsity and JV boys and girls next week. Today, on Friday, January the 7th, the non-district match-ups are the varsity Mules will be in action at 6 o'clock here in Muleshoe and taking on Lorenzo. And then the JV girls and varsity girls will be at Plains this evening. The JV girls game will tip off at 5 p.m., and the varsity girls will take on Plains at 6:15 p.m. So you can support the Mules here tonight against Lorenzo at 6, or the JV and varsity girls at 5 and 6:15 at Plains tonight. So good luck to our basketball teams. Well, we totaled up some numbers for our live stream and delayed broadcasts of the Muleshoe Mules 2021 season games, all 10 of them. And for the total year, we got 16,105 views on our football coverage from this past successful season. Our largest total single game total was a delayed broadcast. Of course, we had that rainstorm that cut short our live stream broadcast, so we did most of it through a delayed broadcast, but was the Mules taking on the Snyder team, coached by Wes Wood, and that was, of course, homecoming as well, so we included in that the homecoming queen coronation and the high school pep rally. Homecoming pep rally. We got 2,599 views on that one Muleshoe versus Snyder game that happened on October the 1st. Pictured on your TV screen here in the Muletrain, along with the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. Then we'll share our picture later on today on our 2 Facebook pages and our Twitter feed. The Dairy Farmers of America last week gave the Bailey County Food Pantry a brand new industrial refrigerator, along with a donation of $2,000. Pictured in front of the new refrigerator and presenting the check in our picture for the Dairy Farmers of America is James and Heather Hancock, along with their kids Zoe and Alex, and Leela Jones, along with her kids Abby, Jake, and Eli, along with their granddad Larry Hancock, as they presented that $2,000 check to Chris and Gina Martis there at the Bailey County Food Pantry. And they're all standing in front of that new industrial refrigerator that the Dairy Farmers of America also gave to our food pantry. And when we were there, we sort of took a little tour and looked at the new facilities. It's on the east edge of town on American Boulevard, right across from the Cowboy Fellowship and Bailey County Electric. It's where Chad Bells formerly had his shop, and it is very nice and roomy in there, and that is going to be a great addition to that building, the new industrial refrigerator. But see that pictured on your screen here in the Muletrain on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. Then later today on Friday, we'll share it on our Facebook pages, Gil-Am, Channel 6 Muleshoe, along with our Twitter feed, Channel 6 Muleshoe as well. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center reminds you to get vaccinated. Texas, for you, for your family, or for your community, and for your country. You can get vaccinated at any of the clinics at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Just call for more information, 806-272-4524. They also remind you that you can continue your recovery close to home. If you or a loved one needs more time to heal after an illness, injury, or surgery, they have a great swing bed program that can help at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Call their swing bed coordinator at 806-272-4524 or go by their website, muleshoehospital.com. muleshare.com/recovery for more information. Also, the Muleshare Area Medical Center has an opening for a receptionist in their business office. If you want to work for a great team, go to their website, muleshoehospital.com/careers to view this exciting opportunity and all of their current job openings. Your hometown hospital is Muleshoe Area Medical Center, where they remind you to get vaccinated. Texas, for you, for your family, for your community, or for your country. Find out how you can do that right here in Muleshoe at 806-272-4524. Well, coming up fast on our radar is the 2022 Bailey County Junior Livestock Show. It will be held at the Bailey County Coliseum on Friday, January the 21st, beginning at 8 a.m. that morning. The announcer will be, as always, Jim Daniel, and of course we'll be live streaming all day long there at the Bailey County Junior Livestock Show. On Saturday, January the 22nd at noon, the premium sale will start there at the Coliseum the next day. On Friday, January 21st, the show order will be first thing in the morning at 8 a.m. They will start with the rabbit show. Then they will have the chicken show. Both will be judged by Teresa DeSautel. They will then do the sheep show and the goat show. Both will be judged by Preston Lawrence. They'll have the pig show and then the beef cattle show. Both will be judged by Brooke Tyson. And then the dairy heifer show, and the judge will be Leanne Robinson there at the 2022 Bailey County Junior Livestock Show. Again, it begins at 8 a.m. on Friday, January 21st at the Bailey County Coliseum. The announcer will be Jim Daniel. And then the premium sale will be the next day on Saturday, January 22nd at 12 noon. Of course, we will be covering that whole thing, and join us for the live stream on our website, muleshoetv.com, along with it will simulcast on our YouTube channel, Gil Lamb Advertising, and our two Facebook pages, Gil Lamb and Channel 6 Muleshoe. Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association is now accepting applications for an open position in the meter technology department. Applicants are not required to have a Class A CDL driver's license, but it is preferred. Electrician knowledge is not required, but preferred as well. Must be self-motivated, eager to learn, have good math skills, and a general knowledge of computers. Job responsibilities will require working both inside and outside. Applicants may see the job description and requirements, as well as fill out an application in the Muleshoe office of Bailey County Electric, 610 East American Boulevard, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Interviews will be conducted at the discretion of the Meter Tech Department. Applications will be accepted until the close of the business day on Friday, January the 14th, 2022. And you might want to call before going in, as due to the raised numbers of COVID-19, they have had the lobby closed to walk-in traffic at our local Bailey County Electric office. So you might want to call 806-272-4504 to inquire more about that job in the meter technology department at Bailey County Electric. On your prayer list today, please keep Joe Jinks and Betty Noble, Marjorie Morgan, Wanda Cockerham, Pat King, Jim Young, Sue and Travis Basir, Janice Snell on your prayer list, Royce and Carolyn Turner, Jeff Skipworth, Bruce and Cindy Purdy, Ronnie Angeli. Keep Mom Megan Reynolds as we continue to go a couple times a week to speech pathology sessions in Lubbock at Trust Point. Remember Marilyn Cox and Ruby Green, Doris Scott, Daryl Embry, Judy Wilbanks, Larry Combs, Kearney Scoggin, Betty Ott, Ed and Carol Cox, formerly of Muleshoe, now in the Houston area, Carolyn Stovall, J.W. Harrington, and Melba and Tom Bratcher. Keep all these people on your prayer list today. Remember those grieving the recent loss of a loved one, including the family of David Allen Griswold, the family of Stephen Creedle. Remember the family of Alex Garcia on your prayer list, our three obits we had in this week's Muletrain News. The family of Walter Marie Boness, the family of Dr. Charles Pummel, the family of Robert William Wasson. Remember the family, please, of Jeff Hamilton. The family of Maureen Hooton needs to be on your prayer list today as well. The family of Kenny Kittrell. Remember the family of Donna Faye Kelton. The family of Margaret Berman. The family of Calixto Sanchez Mora. And the family of Glenda Price. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program along with all of our older archived ones free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. A practical joke backfires in Menard. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCEC. COOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Delner Poss spent 40 years as athletic director of Midland College. His teams won 12 national championships in 5 different sports. Delner wrote a book, No Time Out. When he was going to a new coaching job in Menard, he met a neighbor who lived behind him.
He came by in his big white pickup and his white cowboy hat and introduced himself, and I could tell he was trying to get glimpses of Martha. We were moving in, you know. So he told me a story. He said, we're just really glad to have you. I've been on the school board here for many years, and so if I can help you, you know, and gave me all of that spiel, and said, I want to warn you about this guy next door. He said, he's a sleazy-looking guy, bald, and I really wouldn't leave my wife at home by herself unless she locks the doors, because he can't be trusted. And so I said, well, sure, thank you, Mr. Mears. And about 10 after 5, well, the next door neighbor came driving up. His driveway was right by ours, and he worked at the post office. And so he saw me in the yard, and he came over, and he started talking, and we exchanged pleasantries, and he said, you know, if he could help in any way, he said, let me warn you about that guy up on the hill. He said, that guy can't be trusted, and I would be sure and tell your wife to keep the doors locked when she's by herself. So I thought, those two guys are jerking my chain. And so the next morning, I went down to get a post office box because they didn't have house-to-house delivery. When I went down to the post office, all of the ranchers and guys were sitting around on their hoods of their trucks or their fenders and so forth, waiting for the mail to be put up in the post office. And so I saw Ed Mears there, and I said, Mr. Mears, I said, did you hear the shot last night? He said, what shot? I said, well, that guy next door you told me about, I found him over in my driveway, and I shot him. He said, oh my goodness, oh. So, and I said, gotcha, didn't I? So we got him back.
Delner Poss is a sports consultant in New Mexico. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.